Asian elephants live in Asia. For years, the main enemy of the Asian elephant was man. But now they're facing a greater threat: climate change. Due to increased levels of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, the Earth's natural greenhouse effect is becoming stronger. This is leading to increased temperatures around the world. We have already seen the average temperature go up over the last 100 years, and it's only expected to go up more. In Southeast Asia, scientists are projecting that the temperature increase anywhere from 4 to 2 degrees. So what does this mean for elephants? Well, because elephants live in a tropical climate, they aren't very good at regulating their body temperature because the temperature all year round is pretty much the same. So, an increase in temperature would lead to an increased risk of heat stroke, and elephants are especially at risk because they can't regulate their body temperature. Because extreme heat events are going to become more frequent and more severe, this could lead to an increased risk in drought. Elephants are water-dependent creatures, which basically means that they move to get water. They require 150 liters per day. Also, that water needs to be safe, but with drought, water holes will begin to dry up, there will be less fresh water available, and elephants could actually die of dehydration. Now, there are some scientists who don't actually think that droughts will increase, but we've already seen droughts happen in places like Vietnam and Thailand where elephants live. One of the main issues that we have seen all around the world with global warming is increased severity of natural disasters like monsoons. And this will actually increase rainfall. All scientists have said that rainfall will increase, but it'll come in very, very strong, very small batches. And this can actually affect elephants because it can cause flooding. And flooding carries things like disease. And if the flooding is very severe, it can actually destroy habitats. It can destroy the plants that elephants eat. So although they love water, very, very severe monsoons in the monsoon season can actually be as bad. Another effect of climate change involves invasive species. There's a flowering plant called Lanata, and it has appeared in Southeast Asia. These plants are not edible to the Asian elephant, and they also compete for space with elephant food plants. Studies have shown that this plant has a negative effect in elephant habitats. However, more research will be required to figure out how climate change will affect the population of this plant. Currently, there are various research studies being conducted on the Asian elephant, trying to figure out what effects climate change has already had and how they can possibly mitigate those effects in the future. So most scientists believe that elephants are not a very adaptive species. So there are some species that with climate change, changes will happen very quickly, but the species will be able to adapt. That is not the case with elephants. Now, in the worst case scenario, climate change coupled with various things such as poaching, agriculture, loss of habitat will actually drive elephants to extinction. Governments are trying to save the elephant population. They are cutting down on man's effect on the elephant by completely outlawing poaching and also by prosecuting current poachers as a way to discourage other poachers. There are organizations such as the WWF that are working with governments to secure habitat and safe drinking water for elephants. The hope is that by cutting down the man-made effects and trying to mitigate the effects of climate change on the population, there is still hope that the elephant population can be saved in